Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Nimithrander, and today we'll be starting Operation Downpour Simulation. In a corner of the Court of Fontaine, Turena and Enyin? No idea how to pronounce that second one. Members of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol have set up a new tabletop war game. The stage is set for you to show off your tactical brilliance. And here they are. So, greetings. Proto-boss, huh? Apparently, I showed up right on cue. That response seems more apt if I had made the lightning parallel, but oh well. A new tabletop war game, I gather. Getting paid to play? Oh, that's the dream. A Melusine as a drill instructor. You're betting Chevrous's ammo? Is that ammunition she gave you, or are you actually trying to, gamble away someone else's possessions? Alright, select your game pieces and place them in deployment zones around the field during challenges. This will allow you to summon the corresponding combat units. Each deployment can bring forth a single game piece or a squad of game pieces, depending on the piece type. Deployed game pieces will lock onto targets based on their own traits, searching for an attack path. Melee pieces will try to loop around obstacles when they encounter them. If there are no valid targets outside a sealed space, they will attempt to destroy the wooden palisades. Ranged pieces will fire over obstacles given enough attack range. Scenario victory is achieved when attacking game pieces destroy their defending counterparts and installations, excluding obstacles on the opposing side. Different game pieces have unique traits. These traits can be checked by pressing and holding their avatars or viewing consolidated intel. Understand these special traits to complete the wargames more easily. Well, let's have a gander, shall we? Frontline formation. As the most basic units in battle, ordinary soldiers make up the backbone of any front line. In the first preset scenario, therefore, we'll start out by familiarizing ourselves with these fundamental units. So, now to see what we're up against, precisely. After all, they did mention obstacles, so I hope these won't get too labyrinthine. Drag the avatars to see a preview of what targets the piece is targeting for attack. The game pieces on the defensive side cannot move. When attacking pieces enter their range, they will automatically attack. one there, one there. And you two here. Well, looks like my ranged units got the worst of it. But looks like I've won this round without too much trouble. It's a good thing those lightning bolts don't do friendly fire. Otherwise, that would be rather troublesome. Scenario 2. As warfare evolves in nature, coordination between various types of troops is becoming increasingly vital, with each complementing and offsetting the other's strengths and weaknesses. It would be wise, therefore, to use melee and ranged game pieces in each other's support. Looks like I can bring out a Ruin Guard for this one. Ruin Guard. Exceedingly tough. It will prioritize attacking opposing game pieces. And Hilichurl Grenadier will target the unit closest to itself, including wooden palisades. This unit does immense damage to wooden palisades. Lost a few of the Grenadiers earlier than I would have liked, but so far things seem to be going in my favor. See how long that lasts, though.
The wrong test subject.
Alright, sounds like they finally killed him. Yeah, I lost too many Grenadiers to start with. Otherwise, this would be going much faster. But victory is victory. However long it is in coming. Oop. Why are you running up that way? What are you... Oh, you're aiming at the palisades. Why? Yeah, you're just blowing up everything other than the actual target. Not that it matters. Next up, Scenario 3. With the enemy's elite melee units defending a strategic stronghold, engaging them head-on might not be the best approach. Instead, focusing on their vulnerabilities by leveraging aerial and ranged attacks could provide an opening. And looks like I have a few ranged units to do just that. Which is going to be important since we're dealing with a Lawachurl. Frostarm Lawachurl has immense ground combat ability, but can only attack nearby ground game pieces. Cryospectre, airborne game piece that fires cryo-energy shots from the air at a single opponent. Prioritizes attacking game pieces. Oh, and right off the bat, Frostarm is right in front of us. Looks like we're going to be able to get rid of him easily enough.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Let's get another Spectre in there, just in case. Alright, looks like that's all the enemies dealt with, but let's see how fast we can actually break all the remaining buildings. Oh, so the Spectres are actually doing a decent job of it. Alright. On to stage 4. The power of an army, much like the force of momentum in physics, is the product of mass times velocity. To secure a swift and decisive victory, one must bypass slow-moving opponents and strike with unstoppable force. Suppression Specialist Mech Ossia can fire many homing rounds at a distance, dealing pyro damage to a single opponent, but they can only actively attack airborne game pieces. When there are no more opposing airborne game pieces within its attack range, and it is attacked in melee, it will counterattack. Eroding Avatar of Lava deals immense damage to wooden palisades. When moving, it will prioritize moving toward the opposing core node, attacking all game pieces and installations in its path, including wooden palisades. Alright. On the one hand, I can kill the Whopper Flowers using aerial units, but the second I deploy the air units, the Lucia mech there is going to blast them right out of the sky. So we'll see if we can't get rid of the mech before deploying our air units. If we can, then I'll have free reign. Because I don't think the Whopper Flowers can actually hit air units. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Looks like the answer is no, they can't hit them. Alright, well, victory is now assured. It's just going to take a little bit for the little flyers to do their work. Alright. So far, this is going relatively smoothly. On to Section 5. A well-informed commander, like a soldier clad in heavy armor, holds the upper hand in any engagement. Leverage the available intel, strike where the enemy is weakest, and turn your advantage into a triumphant victory. Looks like we have both air and ground units to deal with. Shackling Mine. This device will explode when an opponent passes by. For a time afterward, one opponent hit will be shackled by it, after which the device will be destroyed. Large Hydro Slime can fire bubbles from afar, dealing hydro damage to opponents in its AoE and trapping smaller opponents. However, it can only attack ground game pieces. Alright. Oh, I see. Alright, so in the front we have the mechs. Those will be absolute murder on my flyers. But they won't do any... well, they can counterattack my melee guys. Let's put up our flyers back here. And our runners here. Yep, get rid of the mechs, please. Okay. Divide and Conquer has proven successful. Alright. Smooth victory this time. Nice and simple. On to number 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 it is. Fortifications and traps will often stop a full frontal assault in its tracks. Instead, employing methods such as demolition and tunneling can help open up new avenues of attack, enabling you to strike directly where the enemy is most vulnerable. Hydromimic Finch. When defeated, it will unleash a shockwave that deals AoE hydro damage. This damage does low damage to wooden palisades. Anti-personnel mine will explode when an opponent passes by, dealing AoE pyro damage. This device will be destroyed after exploding. Lots and lots of mines. Looks like this one will depend in large part on how well.
Try! Picked the wrong test subject. Picked the wrong test subject.
Throw one of you guys over here, I think. Oh, so much for that. There's Rand straight here anyway.
Picked the wrong test subject.
I wonder, if they explode, are they going to... If Hydro Finches explode, rather, are they actually going to wipe out my Hilichurls too? Now to see if all my guys get blown up by the mines. Nope, not all of them, just most of them. Oy. That would have been mighty annoying, having them all blow up by the mines. Oy. Well, on to number 7. Flexible and adaptable formations can provide a tactical advantage in battle, but as an army grows in size, adjusting formations becomes increasingly difficult. During formal drills, therefore, the commander's first priority is to master the ability to maneuver large forces. Come to think of it, wasn't our little Melusine friend claiming I'd have issues with number 3? They seem to have gone well past 3 at this point. Looks like we can't readily get at... Well, not with melee, we can't get at the ranged units in here. Alright. Let's see if distraction will do the trick. So far, the answer seems to be yes.
The wrong test subject.
Oh, but all my guys on that side got wiped out. Oh, this could go, but don't target the... Oh, wonderful. I'm gonna lose this because my guys ignored.
The wrong test subject.
Okay, maybe I can still win if my churls here can kill this one. Ooh, this is... Okay. Looks like we've won, but... remaining victory is going to be a bit long in coming. Yeah, if the Sama churls, the caster ones, had targeted the ranged dude and the Hydro Slime, they would have lived and possibly killed it, making this victory go a fair bit faster, but oh well. Still, victory is victory. Scenario detail. Though they may seem daunting, even complex systems of defense will eventually crumble under a barrage of overwhelming firepower. A common offensive tactic is to use melee game pieces to provoke a defensive response, then to concentrate firepower on the defenders to inflict maximum damage. That's kind of what I tried to do at the last stage, but that didn't work out all that nicely. I ended up winning, but only just barely. Yeah, Frostarm Lava Churls again. So we'll throw one of you.
Fry! Fry!
Looks like we're going to end up losing that mech there. Thankfully, all the lava churls just seem to be standing there. Okay, let's get another mech in there. Another guardian. Okay. Alright. Victory achieved. The enemy has concealed their key defensive units behind multiple layers of fortification. Striking these critical targets with pinpoint accuracy from an unexpected angle could create a favorable opening for our follow-up forces to exploit. Then I have two different types of flyers to achieve this, it seems. But the enemy does have a single mech that could ruin everything for my flyers. So we'll have to see where that mech is and see whether I can maneuver around it. Oh, there it is, right in the middle. In that case, I'm not going to want to throw all of my flyers in at once. Ideally, we'll kill the mech. I think I'll throw another one here. Try to get rid of another Whopper Flower before we advance too far. Yep, once the mech is gone, I can deploy all of my flyers. And get rid of the lava churls without too much in the way of issue. Of course, my little churls are going to get murdered before then. Let's summon our lava golem. Alright. Now it's just a matter of time. And victory. Like mountain raindrops, eh? Next, like peeling an onion. With multiple layers of obstacles and countermeasures in place, the enemy intends to launch targeted strikes against you, against us. However, just like peeling an onion, if we can dismantle their defenses layer by layer while steadily pushing forward, then victory shall be ours. We have some flyers again, and I don't see a mech capable of getting at us. Cannot target. Oh no, wait. Range, so yeah, these guys can hit our airborne units. So we'll have to be a little careful of the firebomb throwers. But we'll see how this goes. We have a landmine right at the front. Alright, so we'll start with a flyer or two. They'll be able to get rid of the whopper flowers, hopefully. Nope. The mine hit them? Alright, now we'll start getting some of our ranged units in. Hopefully they'll be targeting... Yep, they made the mistake of just targeting the, Ooh, that didn't go well. But looks like we've won on the whole. Very good. I was worried we'd get caught out and my units whittled away to nothing. And last, dispersing the morning mist. Amidst the dense fog of war, the die has been cast, and our plans set in stone. Now, as it clears, launch a fierce assault on the enemy's stronghold, and emerge as the final victor. Now we have two Garda mechs to worry about. Looks like the mechs are toward the rear this time. Going to want to avoid that side on the right there with all the mines, if I can help it. I've only summoned one flyer so far. Alright, let's see how well this goes. Now, if all our flyers get killed, I'm in big trouble. And all our flyers are dead. So I probably lost this. Unless our grenadiers manage to pull off the win here. Which they might. The Finches actually seem to be doing... Yeah, the Finches for the win! So it looks like this turned into a battle of attrition. As long as my Hilichurls there don't make the incredibly stupid move of running into the mines, we should win this. They're heading in that direction, though, which is giving me conniptions. Yeah, are you... Yes, they really are. That's stupid. And it's gonna be 1v1 at this rate. There's still that one grenadier over there. Don't run directly into the mine. Are you kidding me? They... Oh, really? You ran right into it. If they'd just gone around it, they could have cleared the whole stage. Okay. This time, I want to get rid of as many of these as possible. I'll throw a finch, just so it'll die to the mines.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Yep. Most of me flyers are gonna die. But I still have a couple in reserve this time. It's a good thing the mechs don't fire at will, and only strike when they are attacked. Otherwise, there's no way this would be working out for me. It looks like my churls are going straight for the mines again. Complete fools that they are. Why are you... Attack the Gardamek! Yeah, you're gonna walk right into the mines again. Yeah. Complete morons. Huh. For some reason, the Frost Arm isn't doing anything. But the Gardamek is still there, so I can't summon my aerial unit to deal with this. Finally, you noticed him. Oh, now you're attacking, and yeah, now you're getting murdered by him. Luckily, the Lawachurl is just gonna stand there. Once the mech is gone, I'll probably be able to just summon in the Spectre to finish this. Alright. I'll finish him. Ay. Yeah, the key was keeping the flyer back. And with that, we finished all of these stages. So let's collect our reward. And we've got some more from the confrontation scenario. Looks like I'll have to leave this screen and go to the confrontation side of things. Wonder what the difference is between this and confrontation. confrontation scenario. Before you can engage in confrontation scenarios, you must first deploy your defensive lineup. While deploying them, you can select a formation and then deploy your defensive game pieces and installations onto selected positions. Once that is done, you can select your offensive lineup, and then you can start PvP matchmaking. Once you are successfully matched, the two sides will attack the opposing defensive lineup with their pieces. The side that makes the greater offensive progress within the time limit or hits 100% progress first will claim victory. During confrontation scenarios, trap devices deployed by both sides will be hidden. Use various means to predict the positions of your opponent's traps when you attack. Alright, so it's kind of a PvP thing. Let's see. Hopefully this won't get too complicated. There's all our installations set up. Alright, we've hit the max deployable units. Alright. Defensive simulation. So, do we get to see what happens when someone tries it? That would be yes. Ugh. Well, so much for that.
Fry!
So I was victorious. Oh well. Alright, well. I've set up my defensive lineup. So let's do the offense. I thought so. Let's see. Alright, now we see how matchmaking goes. Here's hoping I don't have to do this more than 5 times. Ideally getting a score of 1,000 or more each time. Isabelli. Looks like we're getting frozen. Yeah. Yep, that mech over there is going to be a problem. If we can get rid of it, though, this will be... Looks like I'm winning, but not by over much. Yeah. It looks like I'm gonna lose this.
Cry.
Yep, I've lost. Oh well. Ooh, there's 70. Looks like they won. How much do I get for a loss? Ooh, 1,400. Wonderful. Okay, so 5 times ought to do it. Yeah, the Lawa Churl plus mech combo is rather annoying. As you need melee to deal with the mech and range to deal with the churl. I think I'm going to remove the melee churls from my lineup and replace it with some more of the grenadiers. Alright. As long as I can manage to get up to 60% or higher, well, we'll only need to do this a handful of times. Victory would obviously be better, but... We're fighting Venti Love. Yeah, there's the mechs that are going to be a nuisance. Okay. Well. We'll use one of you. All the way up to 50%.
Fry! Picked the wrong test subject.
Yep, getting through this area is going to be a bother. But if we can get rid of the mechs, then victory is assured. If only I could convince my guys to target the mechs. Okay, mech is down. Now victory is assured. Fantastic. I'm almost certainly not going to be getting high star ratings or overall. Ooh, 2,000 for a win. One more go like that, and we're done. If I'd won the first time, I could also have gotten out with a score of 6,000 even. Assuming a third win, but... well, too late for that. It's going to be an even number, but not... rounded off with 3 zeros at the end. Just 2. Alright, one more round to go. Hopefully. Up against Stella. So let's see how they've set this up. The last one made the mistake of putting the central building, the headquarters, in the rear, where I was able to snipe it. So we'll see how well they do this time with their layout. Oh, right in the middle, okay. And they've got the Gardamex on either side. Let's put there. There. Interesting. If we can get the mechs down, we're good. Alright, but now it's just a matter of waiting. As they don't have any anti-air units to deal with me anymore. But, as I said, this time at least, they didn't make the mistake of putting the base in the headquarters at the very rear where I could target it specifically. Don't go glitching out on me now. Not when I'm about to win. And victory. Wonder if I'm actually facing off against real people here or just AI. Because I didn't see a user ID under that name, under any of the names I've gone up against so far. Oh well. Not that it matters too much. We got what we came for, after all. Alright. Let us claim our bounty. Excellent. And that should also be worth a few battle pass progression points. Only one level, but... almost forgot about the afterword. So, what say you, Turena? Did any of my tactics meet your approval? Honestly, not much coordination possible the way this was set up. Looking at it rather generously. Well, I did what I could. I see. Well, that would be interesting. Something tells me that's never actually going to be a thing, though. Well, I guess that about covers this, doesn't it? That's fine. Now, I believe I'll end the episode by making a few wishes. I got the Dockhand's assistant, but I would still like a Scoffier's signature, or a couple Widsith copies. As mine is not at R5 yet, and I'd like it to be. Looks like we got a couple of widgets to throw at this. So, we'll see what happens. One, and I believe that takes us to around 50 pity on this banner. Probably not hitting soft pity before this is over, alas. But we'll see. And last one. Will we get a 4-star before we're out? Nope. Oh well. Can't win them all. And on that somewhat disappointing note, I think I'll end today's episode. If you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, as well as my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story. I post Monday through Friday, so do hit the bell to keep up with notifications. And as always, have a good day.